Kia ora, welcome to my happy place. If you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment so I know that you've been. Don't be shy, and please enjoy.
I have come on to do a video because I was watching Dee tonight show us how to make vellum, and I said to her, I'm going straight off to do this, and this is my vellum, and I'm going to put page here, and if you look you can see the book pages between underneath it. And this looks like it's messy and run, but it actually looked like that, but the paper was not coloured, and so you can see the writing is very sort of oldish. So I'm going to show you, and I'm sure you've all watched Dee, but I'll just show you how I do it. Now, I turn mine over. Now, I have got a Epsom Eco tank as well, and it won't run. But if you have got anything else and it does run, well, now I just tip it, don't mean to do that, tip it onto a sponge, and then just, whoops, and don't be rough, bend it, otherwise you'll never get the bend out of it. And I am, oops, I have got my, this is very thick wool, Eucalypto wallpaper that I am doing it on. I was doing it on a big pad I had that I usually have under me, and it went through about 4 pages, so I thought, I'm going to change that. Now, let's give it a good wipe on this side. Turn it over. Give it a good wipe on that side. I've got a cloth here that I do it with as well. And that is what it is like now. And I have to tell you, it rips a little bit like vellum rather than paper as well. I on one of the book pages, and I will show it to you, if the oil went through, was one of my granddaughter's bits of art that I didn't realise was in the book. It was just one that she'd got rid of, so I oiled it and cut it out. And this is very thick page, and I'll put it on this music paper, and yeah, it's just like vellum. It's unbelievable. So I'm quite happy with that. So I've been doing a few things. Let's put those aside. Over here I have got a little pile, and these were free printable pockets that I've made into vellum pockets. I'll just get my paper back. The darker they are, the less liable you are to see the music underneath, but you can see it, you know. This one here is a little bit better because it is a pretty light colour, and this one here is very light, so you see it in bits as well. Very cool. I was very happy with those. Put those back over there, and these were free printables from the Graphic Fairy pumpkins, and you can see on this, I can bring you up a little bit closer. Where is my mouse? I have to be careful about this because I've been turning my laptop turning it off, so you can see that it shows up quite nicely with these, and they just came up so lovely, just so wrapped. Now this one here you can really, whoops, sorry, just had my husband fix my my boom and bring it out further so I can be more in shot. This is the end of my table here, so I don't have to reach so far. So that one. Now there's that one, and this one here was on a bit that didn't cut out very well, so I just cut the flower off it, and you can see the music paper through it. On the book page, which is smaller writing, you can see it through it there quite nicely. So I thought, I'll try a book page, and that's all very well. It worked quite well, but of course there is printing on the other side, so you don't get a clear print. So that was a bit of a fail, but you know, I was just trying it out. So I also watched Woolly Steph and Play with GIMP. And so this is one of my GIMP pages that I was playing with. And that's the back side of it. Just so awesome. This is another one. It was just a black and white. I'd done one with leaves, all different coloured leaves, and then I just did it in black and white as well. And that's what it's like on the other side. This is another of my GIMPs. And these, the music paper shows up very nicely underneath. And this one here, that's what that looks like as a vellum print, and this is what it looks like right. I'll just move my mouse, and this is what it looks like as paper, and you can see the difference. You can see the butterfly underneath it, and it just brings it up just so nice. Right. This is another one of my, that was another one of my GIMPs, and this is another one of my GIMPs. And this is the leaves in different colours. And I think this here was one of the first ones I did playing. They're just so cool. I had a lot of fun doing this. I also tried, this was a piece of writing paper, and it did it very well, but the paper wrinkled. It's still got a papery feel about it. That wrinkly. Yeah, but you can see the writing of the pattern underneath. This is a free printable from Madama's Small Arts, and so you can see the music paper through it, and that came up really nice. I'm really happy with that. This one here was another free printable, and this shows up the best. how clear it is, because there's nothing printed on this at all, so you can see how fine it is. Just come on to do a video because it's, what is the time? 1 o'clock in the morning, well, 1:30 in the morning, and my husband has just gone off to Waikato hospital. They suspect he had a heart attack. He passed out in the hallway. Well, he didn't pass out, he just landed on the ground. And so I called the ambulance and they took him to hospital and did a blood test and said that they thought he'd had a heart attack, but they don't do monitoring and stuff like that in our little hospital. It's more for just everyday stuff. So they've sent him up to Waikato to be monitored because he's got a pig's valve and he's got a couple of valves that are a little bit blocked, but they've been working fine up until now, so they'll go up and see what's going on. This was a Christmas one. I just looked at it and I never really liked it. I thought it was a little bit too dark and reddish, but it really came up lovely, so I like that. And this is another one, the mushrooms, that came up really cool. This here is a free printable from the Graphic Fairy, and this is in a lot of sepia in this one. And that's how it turned out. And this one is the same one, just in black and white. It's got a couple of paint marks on it, unfortunately, but. And this one here is in another free printable. As you can see, I got really carried away and I was doing this while I was waiting to hear how my husband was getting on at hospital. These stamps, they came out really cool. It's just a printable. All right. Hope things are going all right. I just got a flash up. It might be because I just received emails. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not very happy with that one. And this is another one. I was just so excited about these butterflies. And there you can see again how transparent it is. I will show you the butterflies. I have cut a few out of it. The difference in the butterflies from there to there is just amazing. They sort of look more flattish on here than on here, and it just brings the colour out lovely. It gives it a little bit more definition, I think. So I was really pleased with those. They're another free printable. Right, and this here was another free printable, and it is very cool. I don't know how transparent it is. Yes, very. See the music paper through there? Maybe better that way, you can see it going across like that. But thank you so much, Dee. I really had a lot of fun doing those, and I thought I'd do one more. How long have I been going on? Oh, not very long. Maybe I'll do a couple more just to show you. So this is my page, and I turn it over this way. And I was very lucky I had baby oil. So I use baby oil on my skin sometimes in the winter when it's gets really dry, because I have terribly dry skin. It's just so easy, and it was so relaxing while I was waiting to hear from the hospital. Well, hear from my husband. The hospitals are so busy. I most probably use way too much oil, but I do not have the patience of a saint, should I say. Right, just wipe it off with a tissue and rub the extra on my arms. You see it's soaking it up in the wallpaper, and it's so thick it's not going through. So that's cool. Oops. Another wipe. Alright, there's my book page. That's how transparent it is. It is just so cool and awesome. One more. I haven't tried birds, so I'll do a bird. And it's been printed out on second-hand paper, so I don't know how that's going to go. But we won't worry about that. If it works out nice and that spoils it, I'll just print it off again. Yeah, I haven't got the patience to wait and do it. I just put more oil on it. So I don't know if I'll be able to visit my husband tomorrow or not. With COVID, they're very, very strict on who's allowed to go into the hospitals. Yeah, I'll have to do it again because the it'd be alright if the whole lot had been printed on. If the whole page had been printed on, it would be rather cool. But it didn't print properly. Might have to try that. Print off a page and then put it back in and print again. Because the writing through it looks rather cool. Yeah, that is lovely. And this is another one of Mirima's, or Marta. It's another one of her free printables. So that was my little flurry into making homemade vellum. I'm very happy with it, but now I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's not particularly greasy, a little bit still, the top one, but the other ones are not. So I'm not quite sure about that, what I do with that. I might put them between my wallpapers because I've got a bundle about 6 inches high out of a sample book. So that is how you make homemade vellum, and if you've never done it before, give it a go. It is very cool. I just had to do a little bit of add-on because I was wondering what happened if you did it to your painty paper. Now this is one of the little scrappy things that I was wiping off on when I was making the ATCs, and I'm quite impressed with it. I mean, you don't see through it here where the paint is, but you do around it, but it just gives it a different look altogether. I don't know if you can see the difference in the paint. It just makes the paint better, and the heart on here was very hard to see, but all of a sudden it shows up more. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. I think that'll look quite nice on the front of a card. We'll soon find out.
Thank you for being with me. Kia kaha, stay strong, and I'll catch you again soon.